It took me an hour to get down there. It took me about 40 minutes to get to this waterfall, and climbed the waterfall many times before. And this time, with it being so dry, the lichen on the rock, instead of really sticking to the rock, just slipped and gave way. And I caught myself the first time as it started to slide, but I had too much momentum, and over I went. And I was climbing up, so I started looking down. I just started sliding down the face of the rock, and I slid about 20 foot. Cartwheeled, slammed into the rock, and then landed in the creek at the bottom. So straight away I thought, I'm now in a lot of trouble because no one knows where I am. I don't have a PLB, so personal location beacon. I thought, no problems, I'll get my phone out. So I got my phone out, no range. I'm in a really deep rocky gully, so my mobile phone's no good here. So I'm thinking, the only way I'm going to raise the alarm is I'm going to have to climb or scramble back out the rocks to get back out of here. So I went and put my phone in my pocket, missed the pocket and into the drink. Now my phone's gone. Now I have no way of contacting the outside world, and I'm thinking, only way I'm going to get rescued is self-rescue. I've had a lot of experience. I've spent 7 years in the SES and have done a lot of rescues with the SES and the choppers, so I had some idea of what they can and can't do, and I knew where I was located. There was no way that they were going to be able to find me. So I chose to go back to the junction where I had my first break, because at that junction point there's a track across the bottom that the locals use for exercise. So I figured I've got more chance of being found if I can make my way back to there. But that was 2 days of lifting my leg. I had a bandage around my elbow so I could use my elbow and just basically scrambling, lifting inch by inch. Well, it took me 40 minutes to walk up. Took me nearly 2 days to crawl back down to the junction of the creeks. I'd actually started thinking I've missed my junction, but I kept looking at my map. I had my compass, and the creek I was in was running east, and the only creek on the map is the creek I'm in. So I'm definitely in the right area. It just took so much longer to do than I ever imagined. It was just such a slow process. But by having the experience from being in the club, and in my bag I had thermals, I had head torch, some extra food, and because it was only meant to be a 3-hour trip, I only took a handful of nuts, a protein bar and some lollies, because I thought I'd be back home by lunchtime. And so that's pretty much what I've had to eat for those couple of days. I saw the police helicopter come over on Sunday night, but I was right down in the creek bed near the water, so I could have access to water. And I thought, if they come back tomorrow, then I've got to get out of here, so I had to crawl again. It took me about an hour to crawl up to the track where I thought people would use, and laid out there with a emergency bivvy bag, which is a sleeping bag, but it's a space blanket, the silver space blankets. And so that was part of what was in my kit, keeping me warm at nights. So I just laid out in the open area as best I could and just waved it around. Helicopter came over and spotted me, and that was it.